don't really want to make this video. Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Josh. This video, obviously, one, I did not want to make this. I don't want to make this. Two, it's obviously not a hunt. This is going to be on the FTC and the Coppa, whatever it is. But one, before we get started, this is not going to be an informational video about the backstory of what's going on. If you want to go check that out, I would highly suggest Pixel Dan's video. I watched it this morning. Bravo, brother. That was a great video, and it gave me a lot of information that I had no idea about. So, to first start this off, this is much more serious than I thought it was going to be. Had a lot of, I don't want to over-exaggerate, I had a few people hit me up asking what I was going to do about my channel when all this stuff started being talked about. And I kind of just brushed it off. I didn't think that it was going to affect me that much because I just thought it was, I thought it was a YouTube thing. Excuse me, at first. I didn't understand that it was the FTC and Coppa like mandating that happens. So all I remember really, without studying too much, is the FTC and Coppa, whoever it is, are really cracking down on content creators. Also, if you know of the YouTuber Jang Bricks, Jangbricks, I believe. He's a Lego YouTuber. He had about a half-hour video that I watched like the first half of, and he had clips from something. I don't know what it was, but it was of a guy, I'm assuming from the FTC, literally talking about how they're aiming to take content creators down. I'm not for sure if that was like a malicious like sentence, because there was really no context. It was just like a media bite, I think is how they call it. I didn't realize that like we could actually get in trouble, and that's my biggest fear, honestly, is like everything in here, YouTube, the toys, none of that is worth, I mean, I read somewhere you could get upwards or at least a $40,000 fine per video if the FTC claims that it's, I think they're using the words like intended for kids or marketable to kids. I'm not really sure, but the thing that really sucks about that is it doesn't matter what us as the creators say. You know, obviously, I brand myself as like a family-friendly channel. I definitely don't make my videos intended for kids 13 and under, but I know that there are kids that are 13 and under that watch my stuff. So just because I collect Star Wars and Marvel and everything that's like in the kid world, FTC and Coppa will brand that under the intended for kids or whatever. And also, I'm trying to make this one take, so if I'm stammering a lot, it's because I literally just got home from work, I sat down, and I turned the camera on. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel. I thought about a Patreon, because here's the thing about the money issue. I don't do YouTube for money. This is not my main source of income. This is not my secondary source of income. This is income that I use to help better, I guess you could say, my equipment or whatever is going into the videos itself. So when I first started YouTube, I was, I guess, lucky enough to start right before they set that 1,000 subscriber, I think it's 4,000 watch hours or 3,000 watch hours, before you get monetized, and then even then it could take longer. I was able to get monetized almost right away, and thankfully my channel did well. It didn't, I don't want to say it blew up, I don't want to say it got popular or whatever, but it definitely grew faster than some of the other toy YouTubers that either started before me, started with me, and then some that started after me. So I'm very blessed to have had successful videos, I guess you could say. So I did start making money. As soon as I started making money on YouTube, I instantly thought, how can I upgrade my I guess, setup? I think one of the first things I did is I bought a better webcam, and I bought a this microphone that you guys see me use in the live streams, and that was through donations when I was doing a live stream. And then I bought some lights. Then I bought this camera, the G7X, because I was using the Canon 70D, but I just didn't like the, I love the DSLR, but I didn't like it for like my vlogging toy hunts. It was just too bulky, and this G7X is easier to conceal, take to shows, just pretty much all around. It's an easier camera to film with. And then I wanted to, on my live streams, I want to use OBS. I want to have cool little pop-up things when people donated or subscribed or anything. So I decided to buy a desktop computer so I could run all my live streams through that. So all of that stuff that I just mentioned, I was purchasing with my AdSense from Google. Now obviously I didn't make enough to buy everything outright. Like my computer and my camera, those two things are obviously through a Best Buy credit card, and I use the money that I get from YouTube every month to make payments on that stuff. I know it sounds silly, but also Adobe Premiere, I mean, that's 20 bucks a month. I should probably just go ahead and buy the whole thing, that way I'm not paying monthly, but that's just my own prerogative, I guess. So anything like that, conventions, hotels, any of that kind of travel fare that I'm using to make content is what I use the money from AdSense for. Because what I think people are having a hard time understanding is when they see so many YouTube people switch over, not switch over, but start a Patreon account, they instantly think it's greed, it's for money, that's all they care about is the money. Not really. I mean, I could definitely probably continue making videos, but one, there would probably be no more conventions. There would probably be no more, I guess, toy shows unless they were super local. But stuff like Cincinnati and the Columbus, I probably would not go to those anymore, because one, it's just it's not worth the time, I guess you could say, if I'm not able to pay for the equipment to use it with. I know a lot of people could use phones. I have chosen to use this, and I still have money owed on this stuff. So and I know I'm going to get heat for that, but at this point I literally don't give a shit. But going back to the money thing, so my job, my money that I make through my bank account, through my 9 to 5, whatever, that money I use to do things for myself, for family, for my house, to pay for it. I've gotten a couple comments, you know, about, well, you buy this and you buy that all the time, like why do you need money to do your videos? So let's just hypothetically say I make $5,000 a month off of my 9 to 5 job. I start a YouTube channel, I start earning money from that AdSense, and I use that AdSense money to put back into my channel, because that $5,000 a month that I make, let's just say $4,500 of it goes towards bills, cars, making sure the kids are good, make sure Karina's good, make sure everybody's good. So that leaves me with $500 a month to buy something for myself. I will tell you that a lot of YouTubers spend more than $500 a month creating content, buying things, going to conventions, anything. So the AdSense money, it helps keep our content kind of up a level, or to our standards. So I have technically started a Patreon, but I don't know if I should do it, because I don't know how I can make Patreon a thing that will be worth it for you guys who support. The way that I have it set up now is, I think it's like a $5, a $10, a $15, and a $25 tier. I think there's 4 tiers. I think the $5 is pretty much just basic support, like thank you. $10, it starts like exclusive live streams and stuff. $15 is 1 video a month. I believe I had it set up to where it'll be like an extra hunt for that month. And then whoever those patrons are could suggest what my next video for the next month should be. And then the $25 one is just mainly, I don't know what's going on outside my house, just mainly a big, I don't know what I'm trying to say, more exclusive stuff. So since I'm not going to be able to have Parker or the kids in my videos anymore, I was thinking that if you are willing to support me enough to do the highest tier, that maybe once or twice a month I could do a hunt with Parker and the kids, or maybe Karina and Parker could go out on a hunt, because I know you guys enjoyed the Force Friday video, because Parker loves being on camera as well, and so does Riley. It's just Parker is more outgoing on camera. Riley kind of clams up or whatever. So that was my thoughts on that. And I had a couple people sign up last night when I mentioned it in the Facebook group. But then after sleeping on it, I woke up this morning and I felt guilty, I'm not gonna lie. And my brand has always been transparent with you guys. I felt guilty because I'm like, how am I going to make this worth someone spending their hard-earned money for? Because that $10 could buy themselves a Chipotle order or Chick-fil-A, I don't know, or the $25 a month could be a night out with their significant other. I don't know. So my other idea is, if I continue to go forward with this Patreon, is maybe just doing 2 tiers. Maybe just do the $5 thing just as a support to help me continue, because there are things that I want to do and that I planned on doing with AdSense money. Is one, upgrading my web camera again, because I personally don't think the quality is the best and the focusing sucks while I'm on live streams. The second is I want to start introducing like gaming. Like right now, Call of Duty, it's a very fun game to play, and I'd love to have a semi-professional setup to where I could bring you guys in and we could play games. Either if it's like every weekend on a night, we all set something up to where if we play 2v2 in Call of Duty, you know, every 2 games switch a partner, or if we play team deathmatch or something, to where I can incorporate you guys, because obviously through AdSense, through any sort of donations, it's hypothetically from you guys that I'm getting that money from. So I would like to incorporate the fans, or whatever you want to call yourselves, back into it as much as I can, so you guys are getting the worth out of it as well. And my G7X, I've had it for like 2.5 years. It's kind of getting a little shady. The color is going out on it a little bit. It's, as you guys may have noticed in the last couple of hunt videos, it's pretty dark. So I know that I'm probably going to need to be rebuying this or buying the newer model, the Mark III. So I don't know. This is tough, because I feel like everything should just stay the same. I mean, the path that I was on, it was fine. I mean, the channel and everything was doing good. The AdSense was completely stable enough to support everything that I needed without pulling out of my own pocket. And if you think that sounds selfish or greedy or whatever, then bravo. I mean, that's cool for you. You obviously don't know what it takes on the creator side to do this stuff, because it is a lot of time. I mean, over the past year, I've spent countless weekends and sometimes even like half of a week when I go down to Atlanta, or when I went to Celebration or ICCon. That's all content. Yes, I'm there with my friends. Yes, I'm going there to have fun off camera. But at the same time, I know a lot of people can't make it to Celebration. They couldn't make it down to Atlanta. They had no idea what ICCon even was until they maybe saw my video. I don't know. So it's definitely, it's weighted. But I also think that there are obviously some people, not in the toy community, but even outside of the toy community, that have gave Patreon a bad name and a bad reputation. Because I feel like as soon as someone opens a Patreon account, the first thing that people think is they want more money. And that's not necessarily it. And this video is just to kind of give you guys an idea. I don't know what I'm doing with my channel, because the last thing, like I said, I want to wake up to is a fine from the government for no reason. It could also be kind of a scare, and I will kind of reciprocate what Pixel Dan said in his video. I remember when there was a, I think it was called LimeWire. It was for people to download music illegally off the internet, and I remember living through that. I think I was in like high school, and people were like getting their doors kicked in and arrested and fined and all this stuff for downloading illegal music. Then it kind of went away. So I don't know if this is going, I mean, that might not be the best comparison, or maybe I said it wrong, but it could be that. This could just be a very big scare to kind of straighten everybody up, or it could be lifelong. Like it could be a serious thing. I haven't really talked to a lot of people personally that know the ins and out of all this. I know I have a lot of close friends, especially Brian or Big Dub. He is like business mindset, business mind tracked. We were talking about this months ago. Fortunately, he's been on vacation for like 2 weeks, but unfortunately, I haven't really been able to talk to him about this stuff. But I love picking his brain about stuff like this, because he reads the articles that personally me, I would just scroll by, and he'll read the whole damn thing. So that's why I love to pick his brain about that stuff. But trying to rope myself back into the original part of this conversation is what should I do, I guess. I don't know what to do, because even though that I've marked my channel as not intended for kids, it doesn't really matter what I say. All that is doing is giving YouTube the out in case I get in trouble because I can't go after YouTube. It's solely on me, and the FTC and the whatever, they did say that they will go after content creators because Google already got their fine of like 170 million or something, I think, along that line. So if you're still watching till this point, obviously, thank you. I love you guys. I would like maybe some suggestions down the comment section. God, I guess I haven't done a video in a while. And just let me know what you think. I don't want the videos to go away. I mean, the thing that I could do is demonetize my whole channel. But I don't even know. I mean, I guess that would work because that means there's no targeted ads on the video for kids. I'm assuming that would work. But once again, I go back to the monetary standpoint of I still have things lingering that we're making payments on with that money. Which, you know what, bad on me for taking a payment plan on something that is definitely not set in stone. So that is my bad, that I used a payment plan at Best Buy to buy stuff that was not on a steady, I guess you could say, like income, because one month it could be $100 and the next month it could be $250 that I get from AdSense. So basing it off of that is not my best judgment. I will agree with that, and if I have to pay the piper, then I will. I mean, it is what it is. But this is long. This is 17 minutes long. So yeah, I don't even know if I really got to my point with this video, but I don't want to make this long because I know not a lot of you are watching it. So if you are watching it, tell me your favorite Star Wars movie if you watch Star Wars, and if you don't watch Star Wars, tell me you don't watch Star Wars. But I think that will wrap it up with the video. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of people tell me that they would support Patreon, and that would be good, and that they don't see a problem in that because they see it just as like the streaming services with Netflix and Disney and Hulu and all that. You know, you pay for what you want to watch, and not saying that I wouldn't continue these videos, but I don't know. I don't know how well I'd be able to upkeep with the level that I am at now if it'll go away. So I don't know. But this is mainly just like a talking video, not necessarily like a rant or event. It's just more or less to be transparent with you guys, because I don't know what's going to happen, and I hope that I can figure it out soon. But down in the description and possibly in the pinned comments, there's a Facebook group which I am a part of, or which I guess I created. It's called the Pence Pack. I am active there pretty much all day, every day. If you guys ever want to post your hauls, post any questions, comments, concerns, that's probably the best way to reach me, that or Instagram. Just to kind of stay up to date with what I'm thinking and maybe when the next video is, or what I'm going to do going forward. So with that being said, I will see you soon. I will see you in the next video. Hope you guys are having a great day. Have a good weekend. Today's Friday. I might be streaming some Call of Duty later, so if this video goes out relatively soon, I don't know, might stream some Call of Duty with fellow supporters. We'll see. But yeah, I love you guys, seriously. It's been a hell of a ride. I kind of feel like this is like the last video I'm ever doing, but it's not. But yeah, anyways, you guys are the best. All the support is great. Even the hate is great. I mean, at least you're watching at that point. But I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, may the figs be with you.